Hello, morning everyone. Welcome back to my live broadcast. Today is 2nd December 2020, Wednesday today. Alright, so topic for today. Firstly, we will talk about the market performance, especially the US market. Nasdaq hit new high, right? So does it mean chance or risks? Some people feel the high is quite fearsome. Does it mean that the correction will come? Apart from US, we also will talk about our Singapore STI later. And the second part, I will talk about, yes, the Nanofilm. This stock I mentioned last week, which day I cannot remember very clearly, but yesterday some people told me that it soared by 9%. I also was a bit surprised because I said this one may have a potentiality, right? So I said we can keep monitoring, but yesterday it went up by 9%. Later we also would talk. And also for several other Singapore shares I have analyzed before, and Euro, Union Gas, right? And we can keep holding, later we can talk. And then about the US market, we got Apple. Seems like begin to move again. So is it a good buy point for Apple? And also apart from Apple, we have the basic material sector, the US market, right? Basic material sector quite strong. So later I share with you two stocks which deal with the building materials. These two stocks might worth your attention. And finally, the last part is stock diagnosis, right? So I saw someone just now wrote stocks in the comment zone. I already told you need WhatsApp me, all right? You WhatsApp me, I can diagnose for you so that it will be also more convenient for me if I just check WhatsApp. Then go back to the comment zone to check your stocks. So you need to WhatsApp me, all right? WhatsApp me the stocks so that I diagnose for you. Okay, so before we begin, still need to remind you that all the stocks mentioned in the video are for the purpose of demonstration and education, not recommendation. Investors should be aware of the risks involved in stock trading and take full responsibilities for their own tradings. Okay, so let's check the index first. So for US market, so last week, do you remember I said that Nasdaq became strong again, stronger than the other two again. So maybe in future, Nasdaq would begin to lead again, because in the last, let's say last 1 or 2 months, Nasdaq remain a bit weak, right? Remain a bit weak. But now it seems like Nasdaq is going to become strong again. And yesterday we see the price already hit a new high the day before yesterday, the day when I was off. Monday, right? Monday and Tuesday. This is Tuesday yesterday. Today is Wednesday, right? Okay, so how do we, let's say, deal with this upward gap last night, and now the price already higher, obviously higher than the previous high. All right, so actually we don't need to feel so fearsome. The US market, Nasdaq, it becomes strong again. That's something within expectation, because I mentioned in the last 1 or 2 months it has remained quite weak, and now it's about the time maybe it begin to lead again. So if there is some correction in future, right? So when do we expect the future resistance levels, right? So actually we can do a golden section to check the future support, future resistance levels, extended golden section. So now the price is around 119.1%. Usually 100, okay, we cannot see the top. Let me shift the chart for you. Okay, so usually for extended golden section, the 138.2%, 150, 161.8% would be a future significant resistance levels. Zoom in for you to check the details. All right. So 138.2%, that's 12,531 points. Okay, and that's the first resistance level. The second, 150, around 12,703 points. And 150, that's 150, 161.8%, 12,874 points. Okay, so these are the future possible strong resistance levels for Nasdaq. If in future there would be some correction, right? And no doubt the previous high here would be very strong support. Means if the rally continue in future and then begin to drop, right? So this level would be a quite a strong support level, 12,113, around that level, right? 12,113, strong support for means for U.S. market. Actually, it's uptrend already. Price take the previous high, so we are beginning to move up further for the U.S. market. And apart from Nasdaq, okay, so apart from Nasdaq, let's check S&P 500. Okay, so for S&P 500, it also hit a new high already, right? So in future, if correction come, this level also would be a strong support. So here, around 3,548 or 3,550, make it a wrong number, right? So strong support in future. And then for Dow Jones now for very short term is still in the sideways. Now Dow Jones become a bit weak now, but we see the price already hit a new high, and this top of the gap, previous upward gap here, would be strong support in future. Even in near future it drop, it will not be easy for the price to drop below the top of this upward gap. So in future, maybe some future rallies, and then if it drop to the sideways area here, around 29,980, also would be support level. Okay, the current sideways area, the top of the sideways area, the value is 29,950, around that level. Future support. Once the price break up the sideways platform, then continue going up in future. In future, it will be support here, this level. Okay, so this is for U.S. market. Then how about our STI? So STI, I mentioned about the golden section, right? Also golden section. So we say the very strong support, 61.8%, around 2,730, and we see the day before yesterday, that's a very forceful correction for our STI, but yesterday it rebounded a bit, and today when I was checking, it also rebounded a bit. Our STI this morning when I was checking, I don't know now it dropped a bit, right? It dropped a bit now, 11 points. Give me a moment. Okay, so it's not responding. I cannot read the current value now. Give me a moment to adjust. Okay, so current value is 2,802 points. Okay, so it dropped by 0.44% now. 2,801, slightly below the 80.9% of the golden section, or you can call it the Fibonacci retracement. Okay. If the price unable to go back above the 80.9% in near future, maybe it can drop further to touch the 61.8% level, 2,730. But if, let's say, today or tomorrow the price can go back above the level, means this is just a very small correction. Maybe the price can turn upward, go up further. But I think it would be the best if the price can correct bigger. If the price can drop to the 61.8% level, then turn upward again, means we are at a better position to buy again. If the correction is just a small one, turn upward again. For many stocks, still no buy point, especially for the previously the blue chips, which have been up a lot, right? Let's say all the banks recently already become weak, right? So we are expecting that the correction can come so that after the correction we can have a buy point again, right? And if we check, let's say this is DBS, we already got the Tai Chi signal, yellow Tai Chi money already. And we mentioned for Tai Chi signal, we wait for the confirmation. This small Tai Chi here, right, yellow Tai Chi, actually 30th November, the candle already close price lower than the low of the yellow Tai Chi. Means actually you already can decrease your position for DBS. If you have bought previously, maybe around the birth of that course here, you bought, and then you can decrease position on that day. After that, now because this is the new Tai Chi, right? Yesterday the price is still around the low price of the yellow Tai Chi. So if the price drop below, you can clear your position. Drop below the low price of this second yellow Tai Chi here, you can already clear your position. I didn't check the price today. Did it drop? D05. Oh, still around the level, right? So on the brink of downward breaking the low of the Tai Chi signal here on 30th November. So yes, I think it would be better that for these banks, they can correct a bigger change, price change. They can correct, they can give us a bigger correction so that we can have bigger chances in future. So if the price for DBS, let's say, it drop in future to touch the cover here, right? The gap here, right? So if it drop to touch the gap, the top, if it get support, turn upward again, maybe another chance to consider buy again. Or if the correction it drop even to cover the gap completely, the bottom of the gap is around $22.92. So that would be even better if the price can cover the gap completely and then turn upward again. Maybe we can try to buy again for these banks like DBS. All right, and then that's for our STI. So yes, let's go back to STI. We didn't finish yet. Okay, so for STI, go to section, right? Okay, so yes, 61.8%. That would be the future strong support level. We hope actually the correction can go further. Correction can go further so that we can have a bigger chances in future. Okay, so I think that's roughly all about the indexes to check. And then let's talk about this Nanofilm, MZH. This one I mentioned last week. I think it's around around this day. I mentioned it around 26th November. It should be roughly that day or the day before. I cannot remember very clearly, right? I mentioned this, I think it should be this day, 26th November, because I mentioned the pattern here is beautiful, right? The price break up the previous yellow Tai Chi signal. Big boys increase significantly to be more than 50%. And if you check the fundamental basics, the fundamental background, this company, it belongs to the high technology sector. For Singapore market, we know the high tech stocks not that strong as the US. And I said maybe this one might be the future high tech superstar in Singapore, because this company was related with the famous university, right? So the Nanyang Technological University, right? So that's why I said maybe this one has great potentiality in future. And then after that day, the price is sideways there. You pay attention to the sideways area. I mentioned about the high price of this bullish candle, right? So if the price never drop below the high of this bullish candle around $3.16, and it gets support here, and then if it turn upward again, actually it's a good chance to consider buy. So this is yesterday. Yesterday it soared up by more than 9%. That's a big soaring. That's a big soar yesterday, right? And if you have been fast, maybe you have already captured the chances here, right? So this investor who reminded me about this Nanofilm went up by 9%. I believe he already entered earlier. Okay, so congratulations to him. Okay, so this is about Nanofilm. And if we check today MZH, right? So today it still remains sideways around the close price, right? So we say this is quite strong. If the correction is just around the close price, means it's very small correction, it's quite strong. So maybe in future, if the correction just remain like this level, small correction, right? In future, maybe it will give us further release. But if you say you'd like to chase after this one, after 9% of rally already, I think it's not a very good choice. It's not that safe. I mentioned most of the times don't chase after the rally, because this is not if you have really paid attention to this, you should have been able to catch it on that day. Let's say when the price soared on that day, you should be able to catch it, right? But after a big rally, you want to enter again, you have to take more risks. Okay, so this is for Nanofilm. And then previously, do you remember I mentioned unusual, right? So unusual, it has been quite stable. Now the price is trying to break up the white lines of Homely Rainbow. I mentioned the rainbow lines, white lines would be a strong resistance. But if the price, let's say, it never gave a significant corrections, for example, this candle, this long candle, or this medium long candle here, the open price. So if the price remain above the close price of this candle, medium size candle, which is also around the last white line of Homely Rainbow, right? If the correction just stop at this level, means we are quite safe. We are quite safe. So you see the correction here, it just among the white lines, and then still trying to break up. So if you have bought in advance, right, you can keep holding this one. Maybe it can finally break up the white line resistance here. And today, actually a gap up open. Yes, a gap up open means the upward momentum is still quite strong. So if you have bought, you can keep holding. This one. All right, keep holding this one. After unusual, I also want to talk about Union Gas. So this one, so when I talked about it, I mentioned also recent 2 videos, right? So when I talked about it, it's just break up the sideways platform here, and it's a small doji here. But that's because I analyzed it in the noon, right? In the noon, and then when the market closed on that day, it sold up by 8%. Then after that, the following day, it continued soaring up another 8%. And yesterday, a sideways there dropped a bit, and now it's sideways, right? So if you already bought in advance, still can keep holding, because this upward gap here will be very strong support. As long as the price remain above the top of the gap, you can keep holding, or it remain above the bottom of this gap. If the gap is covered and then turn upward again, you also can keep holding this one. Means the upward momentum still has been quite strong. Okay, so this is for the 2 stocks I have analyzed in my previous videos. For Singapore market, today I checked the market performance today. Not many stocks catch my eyes. Most of them are not very good ones to pick. So I think previously you stick to the stronger ones I already analyzed for you. Okay, so in future, if new shares come again, which might have great potentiality, then I will share with you again. All right, so today I checked, no stock worth too much attention today for Singapore market. And then for US market, we have Apple, which showed us the first recycle last night. This is last night, right? So Apple showed us the first recycle. That's after the sideways platform. The price break up the sideways platform, and we see the big boys increase. The purple line is turning upward. The retailers gone completely. You see, last night the retailers gone completely. So that's a very good sign. In near future, maybe Apple would give us the rally. Before yesterday, right? The day before yesterday, actually you check all the fans, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Microsoft. The fan, you check the performance for the fan. Actually, Apple is the strongest. On this day, all the rest, they dropped. But for Apple, it has been quite strong the day before yesterday. And yesterday, it remained quite strong and gave us the first recycle. Effectively breaks through the sideways platform. The pattern here is beautiful. All right, so that's one thing. The other thing is we have the Tai Chi signal. All right, so if you looking to buy recently, right? So you need to pay attention to the Tai Chi signal level. If the price can successfully break up the Tai Chi, then you can keep holding. But if cannot break up, right? If the price, because you see the Tai Chi, the 2 Tai Chi, or this one, small one Tai Chi, already very close to the current price level, right? It's very close. So in near future means we have a resistance. But if the upward momentum strong, big boys keep increasing, we will have higher probability. Price can break up the resistance. So it's worth trying if you want to try. But we need to get prepared for the worst that may come, right? Means what? What if the price unable to break up the resistance here? If the price unable to break up the resistance, we need to consider stop loss. first. So what is the stop loss level? You can check the first red circle candle, right? So the close price, open price, this range can be your stop loss level. If you are aggressive investor, you can take the open price for yesterday candle. Open price is $122 as your stop loss, because this is the strong support of the previous sideways platform. The price break up the sideways platform, so this level would turn from resistance to support. In future, the price, if it drop, unable to break up the resistance of the Tai Chi here, if it drop, then it would be strong support. If the price gets support, turn upward again, you still can keep holding. Okay, so this is for Apple. We see on one hand it has chances. On the other hand, we should pay attention to the resistance levels. And if the price unable to break up the resistance levels, we maybe need to stop loss. So I shared with you the stop loss level, the final stop loss level, the open price of this candle yesterday, around $122. Okay, this is for Apple. Then apart from Apple, yesterday the basic material sector for the US market has been quite strong. It ranked as number one. Okay, number one sector. And then I have spotted two stocks belonging to the sector. All these two stocks deal with the building material. One is called CX. This one. Okay. CX. Yes. No, this one. Cymex. Okay, so you see, this one has been quite strong, right? It's a stock fully controlled by the big boys, because the big boys above 75% quite stably for a while. And then recently we see the price is sideways there, and then Y circle just cracked for 2 days, and then yesterday it turned to a red circle again. Red circle, the pattern here is beautiful, right? So we can wait for the confirmation to buy. If, let's say tonight, the close price can be higher than the high price of the first red circle candle, we say that's a confirmed buy point, right? But for this one, you might argue it's a long bullish candle, and the shadow also is quite high. So if I wait until the price break up the high, it's already a bit high for short-term trading, right? So then maybe you can lower your standard. Check the close price. If tonight the close price remain above the close price of this first red circle candle, you can take it as a confirmation to buy for short-term trading. Okay. Never forget to set your stop loss, because no method can give you 100% accuracy rates. If this one turned out to be against your favor, right? It moves against your favor. Maybe it didn't go up, it dropped. So you need to set your stop loss. First, the stop loss is the half of this long bearish candle. And final stop loss, open price of this bearish candle. Okay, so this is one stock I have found, because the pattern is beautiful, controlled by big boys, and it belongs to the sector which has been strong now. And then and also you check the previous high, right? So the price already successfully break up the previous high here. The pattern here is a beautiful pattern. And then apart from this one, it deals with the building material, right? So there is another one also deals with building material called SUM. Yes, summit material. Okay, so this one, because we have a sideways platform. See, it's a sideways platform, right? And then yesterday, the price break up the sideways platform again yesterday. The first red circle is here. The second red circle, that's a confirmation to buy. So after that, the price didn't go up immediately. You see, it might happen sometimes because this is a strong resistance area. So the price, it dropped first. And then yesterday, break up the resistance level again. So maybe the price might give us a rally because the price now break up the resistance level again, and first the red circle here, this is confirmation again, right? The close price higher than the close price for the current candle is higher than the high of the first red circle candle. Big boys above 50%. So this one pattern also is okay. It's beautiful pattern. Maybe it would give us chances in near future. Okay, so these are the two stocks belonging to the basic material sector, right? And recently, some members asked me about the gold, all right? So for gold, actually it has been weak recently. All the time it has remained weak. If you check most of the gold stocks recently, it dropped. But I got this one stock. I happen to spot this one called EGO, right? So this one is also gold stock, but it is let's say a stronger one compared with several the others. The pattern here also is a beautiful pattern because the retailer almost disappeared yesterday. The big boys increased significantly to be more than 25%. It's the first red circle. Of course, previously we have the Tai Chi. The yellow Tai Chi would be some sort of resistance. We need to see whether or not the price can break up. If it can break up, maybe the price would soar up further. So what we can do is, if we really want to catch the chances, we can buy, let's say, when we have the confirmation, right? The close price tonight or the day or tomorrow higher than the high of the first red circle candle here. Okay, so then to see whether or not the price can break up the resistance. If unable to break up the resistance, it drop. Maybe to drop below the half level, we stop loss first. The half level here, we stop loss first. Right? So half here. Half level, we can stop loss. If it can break up, then we can keep holding to secure the profit here. Right? So always get prepared for the worst scenario that might happen. So stop loss level. I mention it every time because it's extremely important to make sure your capital is safe. Alright? Okay, so this is about the contents I want to share with you today. Let's check the stocks you have WhatsApped me. So there is one stock, Costco, Comfort Diogo. Okay, so someone want to buy Comfort Diogo. Let's check C52. Comfort Diogo, right? So for Comfort Diogo, if you check, after this rally here, we already got the yellow Tai Chi signal, right? We already got the yellow Tai Chi, and the price has already successfully dropped below the low of the yellow Tai Chi. Actually, this is a sell point on 30th November. After that, until yesterday, the price remained below the yellow Tai Chi, the low price, right? So it also turned to white circle. Turn to white circle means for short term, high probability, the price might drop. So this is a good thing, because if the price in the future really correct, it dropped, then it will be a good chance to buy again when the correction finish. We would be at a lower position to buy again, right? But now we see the white lines here. We can say acting as the support. If the downward momentum is strong, it would drop below the white lines, then maybe even drop further to touch the yellow lines. We can wait until the correction finish. When would that be? If you check the red and white circle, you can wait for the red circle next time. Let's check today's performance for Comfort Duogo. Okay, so today it keep dropping. That's understandable, right? Within our expectation, because we see the yellow Tai Chi price already below, and also white circle already. Now, if the price never drop below the white line here, means the upward momentum is still quite strong. If it turn upward again, maybe can consider to buy again, but it will be the safest to buy. In future, we have the red circle again. First red circle in future can consider to buy again. This one you can keep monitoring. Maybe in future you can buy again, but not now. It's not the best timing to buy now immediately. Apple, right? Yeah, interesting. This friend also asked about Apple. So I think if you have bought Apple, your buy price is around $118, right? $118. I think if you have bought, can keep holding to see whether the price can break up the Tai Chi signal. I just analyzed for you, right? So if you have bought, that's a good choice. I think it's worth trying here. Even if the price cannot break up, then we can stop loss. And also for Apple, if you are looking to hold for medium term to long, even if the price in near future it dropped, as long as the price remain above the yellow lines of homely rainbow, I believe it's still a very good one to hold. The yellow lines would be the final defense line for medium term to long term trading. If you are planning for medium term to long term trading here, I think you can keep holding. You can even keep holding. Even in near future the price it drop below, let's say, the first red circle. But if it remain above the yellow lines of homely rainbow, you can keep holding the yellow lines. And this one, it also actually break up the triangle here, continuation pattern, right? So it is a stock worth our trying attempts, okay? If you bought, keep holding to see. Okay, so Costco. Oh, by the way, I think this friend might be homely member, right? Because you even know Birth of Dark Horse. If you know Birth of Dark Horse, I think you are already homely member, right? Okay, so this is Costco. Costco, it is already past the birth of Dark Horse. It's already, the birth of Dark Horse already happened in the past. 20th November, we already got the birth of Dark Horse. So until now, we see the yellow Tai Chi signal, but the price still above the low of the yellow Tai Chi. So if in future the price can break up the high of the yellow Tai Chi again, it might even continue going up again in future. Okay, so do we have some other stocks to check? Do we have other stocks? I think that's oh, okay. So I got another. Yes, I got another. This is a Hong Kong stock, 02196. 02196. Wow. Okay. So for this one, we see it has been in sideways for a while, right? And we've got the previous gap, upward gap. The gap already covered here, and now the price get the support at the yellow lines of homely rainbow. That's a good thing. But what we see is the big boys too small, too few big boys here, and too much, still a lot of retailers. So I think this one, if the price can break up the top of the gap again, and then it will be safer to consider buy again. You see here, this is the resistance, the previous high, gap up open to break up, but failed to continue going up. Cover the gap first. If in future the price can break up the top of this gap area again, we would be safer to buy. And at that moment, I believe the retailers would decrease further and big boys would increase, at least to be more than 25%, right? Big boys more than 25%. All right, so I think, well, it's already 12:43, yeah? It's already quite late. All right, so then I think I will call it a day for today. If you still have other stocks to diagnose, can discuss with me privately, right? Before we finish, don't forget to share my video with your friends. Okay, so I hope more and more people can join me, and the more people join us, the more motivated I will be to produce you better and better contents in future. Alright, so your support will be my biggest motivation. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.